bedroom reptiles. Sorry I haven't posted in a while, but here's a quick update. So we got a new cage installment for my spiny tail banana iguana, and I just wanted to show you guys it. It's plain. So quick summary pretty much. So I had this banana iguana pretty much in a little exoterror. I had him in a 3 foot by it was like 3 foot tall by 3 feet wide, and he was in those little exoteric cages. And I now finally upgraded him to a 24 by 24 by 48. Don't get me wrong, this is temporary. I actually beefed up the cage as well too, and I put a lot of metal mesh around it, and you'll see in a second, so that way you guys can, it'll make more sense. But I did this so that way now he can live fully outside and have the fully humidity and natural lighting and stuff, and just be in his own little area. You know, he's no longer in it. He's now separate from my reptile room, and now it's nice because I can see him through my window. And also I have a pond now that I built, and I'll show you guys that in a second, and that's for another video too. I'll show you. Right now we're actually acclimating the turtle as we speak. I won't show too much, but here's a little sneak peek of what's going on. Here we're slowly acclimating my pink belly side neck turtle. He's a little stressed out, but I'll explain more on this in a second. Here is what we're talking about. This is the new cage that it's all, see, I put a bunch of zip tied a bunch of metal mesh around it, so he can't get out, he can't charge through any of this. As you can see, it's all nicely fitted around, and I have it open because I was giving him lettuce, and I was going to show you guys the inside. So you can see I took some natural plants and stuff, and I rinsed them down, and I cleaned them and baked them really good. And he's now down here on the bottom. He's a little stressed out, as you can see, but he's growing a good amount. You can see his colors are finally starting to come in, but I think with him being outside, he'll look a lot better, and also I feel like he'll be a lot happier out here. There's this little food dish with a little bit of spring mix and a mix of mustard greens and a lot of other stuff. He gets a lot of various diets. But as you can see now, he has fully range in here that he can go up. This is about 4 feet tall, 2 feet wide. Now this is temporary. Eventually I would like to upgrade him to something that's around 6 foot tall, like taller than my fence, like 6 foot, and then 6 foot wide across here. That'd be really cool. Eventually get something like that. But this cage looks awesome. I love the way it came out, and he's got a full range of tub down there that he can fully soak in, and it just looks awesome. And super excited to now eventually finally have him out here and enjoy him. A lot of stuff has been recreated, so I still have my rack for my baby calypsos, like my ball pythons can go down here. I have it separate. Ball pythons here, baby hog noses here. I would eventually like to house the juveniles in here. Don't worry, this is hooked up to a thermostat, so I would like to put substrate in here, have hides and water, and these are hooked up to a thermostat, which is down here. These are all corded up, and then they're all hooked up into a thermostat like this, and I just have them replicating. And as you can see, I have these locks that I open up, and that's how I can get in here. So they have a full water dish. So you can see I have a big water dish. They have substrate, they have plants, they have hides, they have a full blacked out background. Then my pie ball is living in here somewhere. She's right here. Sorry. They like to hide behind this black background, but as you can see, I have my pie ball back there. She's chilling. I don't want to mess with her because she's doing her thing, but I was just showing you the idea because I changed all my cages. These guys are now housed in these. So these are like little custom like PVC storage things that I made, and I just have I have black you can storage tubs with black, and then I just have, that's the cold side, the hot side, and then just, you know, I black it out. I also have these little lights I put up here, but they don't stay as good. But this is just the gist of what they live in, just something a little more different, trying to open it up the door, because I know cages are super expensive, and eventually I'd like to invest big into nice cages. But I figured, why not get creative and create something like this, for example, where I can actually, you know, it's very similar to how they're housed. You know, it's just a little, it's more plastic. Speaking of, there's one of my snakes right now. That's the Asphalt Spark Road Rage. She's beautiful. She's getting ready to go on the full side now. Now these little black things do fall. Uh-oh, she's getting ready to strike at me. Now these black things do fall, but you know, I just fix them. But that's just part of animal care, you know, you just gotta fix everything. But as you can see, she's beautiful. How you doing, honey? And she's got a water dish, and they all have different kind of hides and plants. Similar to, they're all similar, just a little bit different hides and stuff. But as you can see, how you doing, honey? She's beautiful. And they all have substrate, and they're all connected to humidity. There's a pad back there that keeps them warm. I have it set to around 85 to 86 degrees. And then during the summertime, I'll heat it up, and I'll turn it up to like 88 degrees. So summertime, 88. Wintertime, I'll drop it down to like 86, 84. But during breeding season, it's a little bit different. I'll drop temperatures down. But honestly, during breeding season, I don't really drop temperatures. I keep it normal. But when I'm not breeding, I try to mimic winter and fall, but anyway, vice versa. whatever works for you, really. But as you can see, hi. As we come over here, this is where Medusa's being housed in her big 75, and she's hiding down in there. As you can see, she's down in there. Hey, Medusa, how you doing? She's the first snake that actually started this whole collection. I started handling her, raising her, and then eventually that's what started this whole collection of me wanting to breed ball pythons, hog noses, and eventually panther chameleons. Those are the three things I would like to do. Now here is a red-tailed catfish. This is the last little fish I would like to eventually upgrade into my 200-gallon pond. She's about the size. This is a 30-gallon tub, and this red tail is pretty big. She's about half the size. She looks small on camera, but here's the filter and there's the fish. So that's just a comparison. This fish is bigger than you think, and super healthy. I'm ready to get her out of here. I want to eventually put her in. I want to see how the turtle does. You know, so far the turtle's doing well. I just want to get them established because these guys are less aggressive. Now, when we come over here to my 75-gallon freshwater tank, I do have a big tree thing, and I have also up here, I have the perch, and this is a UVB with the heat lamp. And this is what I'm going to be using to elevate my animals. Like if I have panther chameleons and I'm housing them, I want to put them up here and watch them walk and stuff. And it's kind of cool, you know, over the freshwater tank. I actually redid this tank with sand. It's got sand with these little tree bark things in there. We got driftwood and plants, the Oscar and the cichlid are in here. These guys are eventually going to get put into the 300-gallon. That's why I got the net out. These guys will eventually be transferred into the 300-gallon, but for now they're in here still, getting ground out because these are the more aggressive fish, and I want to add them in last, and we'll see how they do. I mean, I put the turtle in here just for a second, and they didn't really mess with him, so just to see how they are. But you know, I'm going to add the tamer fish to it first before I add these guys. But back up to here, this will be for chameleons and taking pictures, and then there's a heat and UVB up there, and this will just be like they can free roam and walk, and then when I'm done they can walk up on my hand, and then I can put them back into their enclosures over here. And then here is where my Australian white tree frogs are being housed. This is a old Exoterra screen cage, and what I did was I took plexiglass. This is plexiglass on this side, that side, and on the back. There's a custom background, and then I found these sticks and I just cleaned them and baked them off really good. There's a filter down there as well with a little tub that holds water, and then this is all like sphagnum moss down there. Even this is blocked off, so this whole thing's held with humidity. There's a fogger running, and they get sprayed 3 times a day, and then they get fed crickets with D3 once a week, and then every day they get fed crickets, but every once in a week I'll give them D3 calcium just like the chameleons. As you can see, here is the female. I have a male and female Australian white tree frogs as we speak. That's the female. The male is always hard to find. He's somewhere back in the corner. Sometimes he likes to hide in there, but you know, for now, that's a good example of one right there. So cute, such good frogs, very tame. You know, they're very simple. You know, as long as you keep them a good, you know, arboreal cage that makes sense with the right stuff, these guys do awesome. Over here is my custom cage for my I have a carpet python in here. He likes to hide all the time. He was just out earlier. Oh, he's right here. He's right here. Here is Wiz. This is my jungle carpet python, and he's actually getting a cage upgrade soon. But as you can see, this is fully custom. This was a pool, like a pool holder thing, and I spray painted it black, and I took foam and I took a hide there and I stuck a hide there, and I made a custom background back here. I don't know if you can see it, but this is all custom background. And then I took these sticks and I just baked them, and then I got some plants off Amazon, and I just made it look nice. And it's a big 60-gallon cage. Eventually I'm going to upgrade him into a nice Exoterra like this, because I like the front opening cages. I want to be able to access them and be able to interact with him, so that's why I did that. I want to be able to see him more, you know, so that's why, and be able to interact with him and hold him a lot easier, so that's why he's getting an upgrade. I'm going to do an Exoterra like that, and then just spray foam it with plexiglass and do a custom background and do a whole video on it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And it looks awesome when it's actually done. Over here is the Savannah monitor. He's in a 55-gallon, and he's doing well. He's up here, he's chilling. He's actually letting me pet him. He's getting a lot more tamer. He's dociling out. He's about the size of a bearded dragon. Yeah, he's getting up there. You can see his patterns and stuff. He's looking really good. You know, I definitely want to upgrade him to a playpen style cage. He's got a custom background, if you haven't noticed, too. I put that around there. It looks awesome. I love the way these foam things came out. And I love his cage, but I know he wants something more, so I'm eventually going to take this down and put like a playpen here. And it's going to be a big steel frame playpen, and that's where the Savannah monitor is going to hang out, and we shall see. And then over here, is where the chameleons will be housed. I have to redo this because when I had my iguana free roaming in here for a little bit when I was messing with him, I had him in here running up and down. For a second I leave the room, he comes over here and he starts eating my live bromeliad plants. So I just have the lights off for this because the plants in here are stressed and I have to fix it. So you can see, of course, while I was editing, he's over here munching and munching on his lettuce. Yeah, he's pissed off at me because I'm filming him for a second. But he's looking really good in here, though, as you can see, the cage. He's going up and down and stuff, but that's a good sign. He's already eating. I think he definitely will like it out here. What do you think? To get some lighting on in here so you can actually see, and we still have the classic signs and the shelves over here from the original bedroom reptiles videos. And don't forget to drop a like on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and more updates to come. We're going to be building some cages for these guys, and you know, so welcome to the jungle. You know, it's always the message of the day. But anyway, guys, don't forget to enjoy. We got more cage builds coming, and I'll keep you updated with all of our fish and everything. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, comment and subscribe, and favorite and share, and I'll see you guys next time.